Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Albert and Billy Show here at WUAT radio station, and catch us on channel 18 BTC Fiber TV. Also check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube page. Go on there and give us a thumbs up, like us. We like to be liked. And subscribe. We're wanting to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we've not really been promoting that part very long, and it has went up quite a bit, so we do appreciate you guys for doing that, but we need you to keep doing it. We need to get to 1,000, so go to BTC Fiber YouTube page and subscribe and like the Albert Billy Show and all the shows on BTC Fiber. Well, Papa, it's another hot July day. We are 4th of July weekend officially.
I don't think it's supposed to get up in the 90s today, though.
Well, that's good.
We had a good rain.
Because it's been pretty brutal here lately.
We had a good rain.
Yeah, we did.
My tomatoes.
We needed it too, and
my tomatoes said, "Thank you, Lord."
I bet.
I heard them.
Did you? Well, he can get rich off them tomatoes, couldn't he?
I'm going to sell them for $10 a pound, as much as it cost me to get them.
Well, now they can talk. Now you might make more than $10, Papa.
I've got 30 right now. I've got 30 tomatoes.
30 tomatoes. All right.
Plenty of bloom, still blooming.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Give me about 65 more days, and I'll have ripe tomatoes.
Really?
About 65 more days.
Well, it's a pretty day out there, though. But it's just, like I said, it's been real hot and humid here the last few weeks, and like I said, it is 4th of July weekend now, officially.
Yes.
And so we have a huge event tomorrow, right here in downtown Pikeville. I forget how many years they've been doing this. A few years.
I don't think it tells.
I don't know. I'm going to guess and say this is the 5th year. That's a total guess, but I think it might be close to that. It's been a success every year. They always have a good crowd for this. It's a good event, and it's called the Star Spangled Celebration. And basically, well, Pikeville's going to be celebrating Independence Day, Papa, with the Star Spangled Celebration, Saturday, July the 3rd, beginning at 4 p.m. It's with the Cruise In. Like, we were part of the Cruise In event last month and summer nights and the farmers market. It's all kinds of things that go on at these events, folks. But this one is the 4th of July edition, so it's a little bit different. It's a special one. So let's get into it here. Obviously the farmers market is going to be open. Now the event starts at 4 p.m. and music will be provided by Good Rockin' Tonight. And they've played it one before, because I've definitely remember saying their name a few times on this show, Papa.
I bet they won't be singing Country Roads, will they?
Good Rockin' Tonight, I'm going to say no.
That's one of my favorite country songs.
I know it is, isn't it? Country Roads, John Denver. But anyway, back to the Star Spangled Celebration, though, folks. Like we were saying, the music will be from Good Rockin' Tonight. That'll take place on the Main Street stage, and it will start at 7 p.m. Then, Papa, to top everything off, it'll be the firework display.
That's the biggie.
It's the biggie. Fireworks will light up the downtown sky, and that will be around 9 p.m. And it is a good display. They do a good job every year with the firework display. Pikeville Mayor Philip Kegel said a small burnout is also going to be held on Main Street at 6:30 p.m. If you plan on purchasing fireworks to shoot at home, the Bledsoe County Rescue Squad has a large selection of fireworks being sold now through July the 5th. and they do that every year.
Yes,
at their headquarters on the bypass.
I think it's successful.
I believe it is too. I think they do very, very well at that. The fireworks sale is the squad's largest fundraiser of the year. Clarissa Burgess with the rescue squad said they have lots of new products to choose from this year.
Oh.
So that's good.
We thank China and Japan for the fireworks.
right.
Probably China.
The money supports. This is a quote from Burgess. It says, she says, the money supports us and allows us to operate and maintain our ability to serve Bledsoe County. The money you spend stays in the county and it helps out the people that you care about. So,
and that's not
like
paying. That's not paying them salary. All that work is done volunteer.
Absolutely, volunteer, and
volunteer.
We try to give all those recognition for that. We try to do.
I think we do a pretty good job.
I think we do too. I think we do too, Papa. Also, on the actual 4th of July, which is on Sunday. We've been trying to figure out how to film an episode at this place actually, and we got to get with Mr. Larry Angel again because we got to make that happen. This is a beautiful place. It's the head of the Sequatchie. That's where the 4th of July event is going to take place, actually on the 4th of July. The head of the Sequatchie unit of the Cumberland Trail State Park opens to the public at 9 a.m. on Sunday, July the 4th, in celebration of America's national holiday. The park is especially honoring all living descendants of the Revolutionary War veterans that fought for independence from a king's tyranny and declared America's liberty and civil rights. Visitors can tell their own family story, and they can enjoy the heritage and history shared by neighbors and visitors. Adam Sherrill and Greenberry Wilson were both Revolutionary War veterans leading the settlement of the head of the Sequatchie Valley. Lifelong educator and farmer Lyndall Agee is opening the nearby Greenberry Wilson home place for visitors' enjoyment and refreshment. Well, that's cool.
I remember Lyndall.
Okay, well, that's cool. The esteemed Tennessee State Librarian Charles Sherrill he's going to be on hand also to enjoy his family ties to the Sequatchie Valley region. So that's good. The shuttle to Selby Ridge offers a panoramic view of the mountains surrounding the head of the Sequatchie Valley. Presentations are going to occur throughout the day. I'd say that's nice too. Bet you bottom dollar that's going to be pretty there. Bring your blanket and picnic basket, and the park is going to have watermelon and lemonade while you enjoy a day of traditional fun, history, and ceremony. All veterans are going to be honored, and a wreath will be laid at the Sherrill Cemetery on park grounds in memory of all who have defended the freedoms guaranteed to all Americans. The park will close at 5 p.m. that day. For more information, folks, check the Cumberland Trail, it's the Cumberland Trail State Scenic Trail Facebook page. That's the Cumberland Trail State Scenic Trail Facebook page, or call the following number, 423-533-2928. That's 533-2928. Sounds like a really good event there. It really does.
Do you realize the Sequatchie River right down here, about 200, 300 yards from where we are sitting, is a river. Where the Sequatchie River begins, it's not much larger than a branch.
Really?
It's very small, very small. But you've got tributaries that feed the Sequatchie River between the head of the valley and down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what makes the river a river instead of a little branch. But
you can thought of it that way, Papa.
And they stock it with trout. And you go up there and trout. Eddie Albert and I have gone up there and fished for trout several times.
I think I remember you saying that now.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that. Now I'm just making sure I haven't left out anything. Those were the biggies.
Here's the calendar.
Yeah, I think we covered the biggies. We'll say, well, there's two more. Ethan did say We'll tell you about the Fall Harvest Festival. It's never too early to start promoting that. Also say this, July the 8th, the Democratic Party of Bledsoe County will hold a reorganization meeting. It'll take place at the Farmers Market right across the street from us here. That'll take place at 6 p.m. on July the 8th. All Democrats are urged to attend. And okay, like we were saying, the Fall Festival, which it'll be here before you know it. It'll be here before you know it. And we'll have, in the coming weeks and months, we'll have additional information, obviously, to tell you about.
That's not until October.
Right. Last time the Fall Festival, I was in the dunk tank. Remember that? And it was cold water. Woo! Let me tell you, that was cold water. But it was a fun time. It was a fun time. And we're having that again. It's the Pikeville Bledsoe Fall Harvest Festival this year. It'll be on Saturday, October the 2nd. You can find out more information, though, about this event. Trust me, folks, there'll be all kinds of vendors set up. All kinds of events going on.
And crowds of people.
And a lot of people. It's a really, really good event. And we're going to start promoting that more regularly now. But to find out more information about the Fall Harvest Festival, you can go to their webpage. It's pikevillefestival.com. And then on Facebook, you just type in Pikeville Fall Festival. And like I said, it says on here more details to come. So we'll have plenty more details to come on this event. Trust me on that. All right, Papa, it's your turn to do an announcement.
We want to remind people that the Pikeville United Methodist Church has their bargain basement open the third Friday and the third Saturday of each month. So the third Friday will be the next time that you can avail yourself of the opportunity to shop early for Christmas.
Yeah.
And it'll also be open from 9 to 1 on Saturday of the third Saturday of July.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Each month it's like that, isn't it?
If you have donations that you would like to donate to the church for them to sell at the bargain basement, they want you to call Linda Hunter at 883-7610. 883-7610.
You call Linda Hunter.
Linda and her husband, they're fine people.
Okay.
Fine people. The only thing wrong with them, they're Methodists instead of Baptists. Speaking of Baptists, First Southern Baptist Church just yesterday completed their first of 3 camps. This was the sports camp. I talked to Candace Lovett one day this week, and she told me that there were about 40 children there each day.
That's a good turnout.
That's a good turnout. And those children were having a ball. They were having a ball.
Good.
Okay, now beginning the 19th of July, going through the 22nd, we will have what they call a day camp. That was the sports camp this week. And this will be from 9 until 2. And again, it will be from 5 years of age through the finishing of the 5th grade.
And this is the 19th to the 22nd?
19th through the 22nd of July. Okay. So that'll be here before you know it. If you sneeze a couple of times, it'll be the 19th.
That's true.
Then we will have a music camp, the last camp of the summer. And it will be from July the 26th through the 28th. It's just 3 days.
Well, I think they all are now that I look at it.
The 19th through the 22nd would be 4 days.
Maybe the other 2 are 4 days. Okay.
4 days. Okay, it's Monday through Thursday. But the music camp now is just going to be 26th through the 28th.
Okay.
And it will be from 9 until 12.
Oh, the time's different too.
It's different. And it will be the same age group that they will focus on, age 5 through the finishing of the 5th grade. You're ready to enter the 6th grade in the fall. So we encourage you. Our church wants people to bring their children so they can enjoy these camps, and it gives the parents an opportunity to have a free babysitter.
Yeah, yeah, and they'll have a great time. They've done the day camp for a long time. They used to do that. It seems like the music and the sports one is fairly new, aren't they?
We have the fellow that does our song service, song leader. His name is Mark Oxner, and they have talents galore, and they are having jiu-jitsu classes and karate classes, and there's even a class now for people that want to learn to do the sign language. So we have a lot going on for people to avail themselves of the opportunity to expand their horizons and learn. And these are areas that people can utilize and make use of, and we encourage people to bring their children and to come themselves.
Yeah, they won't regret it. They'll have a good time. Remember, I got a new phone, and I'm trying to turn it off. I'm trying my best to turn this dang thing off.
Mine died.
Well, I wish mine would right now.
You want to those of you that get distracted by using your phones all the time and by them bothering you, let me give you a good advice. Go to the middle of the largest desert you know of, dig a hole and bury it.
There you go.
Away.
There you go. Trust me, there's times that I want to throw mine through the window.
You won't be bothered by that phone anymore.
You sure won't. You sure won't. Especially when it's one that won't turn off for you. Won't work with you.
Mine won't turn off. Mine won't turn on and yours won't turn off. Mine got down to 2 bars, and I thought, well, I better charge it.
Oh, man.
So I plugged it up to charge it. Then when I went back to get it, nothing. I mean, it was dead as a doornail. Paula came down to the house to eat. Paul and Vicky both came to eat dinner with me today.
Yeah.
And so I dropped the phone in their lap, and I said, what am I going to do? They said, you need to get your phone, Daddy.
So you think the phone is just went kaput, or it's the charger one? One of the two's not working.
We have one of the two's not working.
Hopefully it's a charger. Hopefully it's a charger.
Well, why would it pull it down, though? I had 2 bars when I plugged it up.
Oh, well, that is true. That is kind of strange. Yeah.
Something's wrong.
I'll have to think on that one. That is strange, Papa.
I think they're going to call and try to find out what to do. But at the last count I had, they found me a phone that I can have for $30 a month.
Well, that ain't too bad.
That's $1 a day.
Oh,
I'm not working, Billy. Are you ready?
You'll be all right, Mr. Trivia Man.
Are you ready
for trivia? I'm never ready, but I'm ready as I'm gonna be. I did good.
I wrote down four or 5 new ones this morning that came to my mind.
Oh no!
But they're not into. See, I'm about 5 or 6 days ahead.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to stay ahead of the game. And when I die, you'll have 3 or 4 days ahead that you can use. I'm thinking.
Quit talking like that.
I'm thinking. And I've got Albertology.
You got, according to you, you've got years and years of material for that, don't you? To hear him talk, folks, you would think so.
Trivia. What do you call an opening in a fence?
An opening in a fence.
If you're a cowboy, a gate.
Okay.
A gate. Let me tell you what I did one year. I got somebody to help me do this. There was a home in this town that had a gate that you led into their property in the back of their home, and the home was on Main Street.
Oh.
It was on Main Street.
Okay.
And we found this gate, and it was sagging. It was open. And another boy and I, we took that gate down and carried it to the home of a teacher that we wanted to help decorate their house. And we put that gate on their porch.
It was a Halloween prank, I bet.
It was Halloween.
I knew it.
And we put that gate, they had 2 doors.
Okay.
And we put that gate over each door. Of course, they could go to the back door and get out. And
shame, Papa.
Do you know that when I went to school the next Monday,
yeah,
that teacher knew it was me?
Ooh, y'all didn't cover your tracks very well. Or you got snitched out by your buddy one.
Why did she suspicion me?
I don't know. You must have been a little rebellious back then. Or like I said, your partner in crime ratted you out one.
Hey, I hadn't thought of that. And you know what? That night
might be it.
That night I had a date with Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so involved in doing pranks, I didn't keep that date with Carolyn. She forgave me.
Did the teacher?
Well, yeah.
Took a little while, maybe.
The teacher got to be where she liked me.
You had to win her over, didn't you?
Dale's favorite cowboy. A woman named Dale. She had a husband, and he was a cowboy.
Hang on a second, because,
Dale.
I know it, but, is it Roy something?
Roy. Her favorite cowboy was Roy Rogers.
That's right.
Her name was Dale Evans.
Yes.
But she went by Dale Evans.
Mm-hmm.
And he went by Roy Rogers.
Yeah.
That
both happens a lot.
They both kept their names.
Yeah.
You know, I think Nell Morgan, I think when she married the last time, I think she kept her name for a while. Do you know
Nell Morgan, yeah.
Nell is still alive.
Oh, yeah.
She's not in good health.
No, but she's
at 100.
Is she? She's probably. Is she 100?
She's 100.
Oh, well, good. She's always such a pretty lady, though. Just a pretty classy lady.
I knew her mother.
Really?
I used to deliver groceries to her house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I forgot to do this during the announcements, but I didn't get here in time for Papa to wear his. But he can show it. We do finally have some Albert and Billy Show t-shirts.
How about that?
And these are kind of 4th of July themed ones that we got here. Papa says, the Albert and Billy Show, and in between that, Made in America. And mine is Albert and Billy Show, and in between that, it says, what does it say? Talk freedom to me. So I like that. It's a 4th of July.
4th of July.
Theme. But you can order Albert and Billy t-shirts now. Finally. You can go to the Albert and Billy Show Facebook page, or you can go to my Facebook page. Just pull up Billy Bridges on Facebook, either site, and let us know what size. And if you want one, and we will
how much will
make it happen. I think $10. I don't want to say it wrong, but I believe it is.
Well,
I believe it is.
Let me tell you what I'll do. For the first 10 people that call in, if it's more than $10, I'll pay the difference.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a deal, folks.
First 10.
Right.
I'm not going to do 100.
No, that'd be a little bit crazy, Papa. But we will have more different designs of the show t-shirts. There's also going to be some keychains and possibly some coffee cups. And also, we're bringing back the Bloody Bledsoe t-shirts as well.
Are you?
Yeah, so that'll be on there as well. So let us know if you guys want a t-shirt. We're definitely excited about that. We've been people have been requesting them for a good 2 years now at least. So it's about time, isn't it?
I think that was one of Mrs. Bound's favorite articles to sell, was that Bloody Bledsoe t-shirt.
Yes.
All it was a hand with a pistol in it pointed at you, and the words "Bloody
Bledsoe," and they were very popular actually.
I think we must have had a reputation at one time.
Yes, you know that very well. You know that very well. There's even a book about it. And
Tommy Swafford wrote 4 books about Bledsoe, and the
some of that was about the Bloody Bledsoe
feud.
part. Yeah,
The feud.
that's right.
Tommy and I graduated together. He was a smart cookie.
Yeah,
He was a smart cookie.
and he has 4 books right at the library.
Janet, my sister, said she had 2 of them.
Okay,
She came up yesterday and spent a little time with me.
I know.
Took me out to dinner.
I know. Got you a new couch.
Got me a new couch. You better believe it.
And me maybe a new love seat and recliner. I have to come to your house after we get done filming, Papa.
You've got to decide what you want to do with it, because if you don't
I know
want
I'm not even got to see it yet.
it, if you don't want it, I might just sell it. If you're in Hawaii and you go to a Maui dance, what kind of dance would you see? What would they be doing in Hawaii?
What is that dance called? Are you talking about where the girls do the
what?
little thing? Is it hula?
Hula.
Okay.
Hula dance. The next time you go to Hawaii, you try to find one of those girls and let her dance for you.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry, Papa.
If you
Try to find me 3 or 4, actually.
if you want to buy something on television, where do you turn to find something on television that's auctioned off?
Find something on television that's auctioned off.
What do you call the place where you can find things on sale?
And it's on TV?
Yeah.
But you're not talking about commercials, are you?
No.
You talking about a network?
Yes.
Is the Home Shopping Network?
No. The Home Shop? No.
Well, that would be one of them, though. You can buy stuff on there. eBay?
eBay.
There ain't no dang TV station, Papa.
Well, you can buy it on television, can't you?
I don't
eBay
think so.
auction off. Isn't it
I don't know. I think it's just online.
just online?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was on television.
So he can't hold that against me, can he?
That's the first mistake I've made today.
Right. You have to say that every episode.
A TV show everybody loves.
Raymond.
Do you
Good
ever
show.
watch that
Good
anymore?
show. I've not watched it lately, but I do like it.
His wife is a very patient woman.
Yeah. Because that mother-in-law's a pistol, ain't she?
Do you know what his occupation is?
I can't remember. What is
I
he
believe
on
he's a
there?
sports writer.
Oh, yeah. I think he is.
I think
he is.
Herbert W. Bush, one of our presidents, had a son elected. What was the son's name? Herbert W. Bush.
George. Yeah.
George W. Bush. What 2 buildings still standing were our hospitals at one time? In this
Would
town.
I know this one?
You can see one of them from here.
Okay, then I know it's the Ross House is one of them, right? The Ross House.
Is that what that is right down there?
And you know that.
Well, I don't know what house is that.
That's
up there
the
next to
Bridgman
bank?
House.
Bridgman, okay. And the other one is catty corner to us. What is it called?
And it was a hospital. The clinic, maybe?
Clinic
Okay.
was our hospital.
Okay.
That was where Steve was born in
I remember you
1945.
telling me that.
My brother Steve was born right down there. And the nurse dropped a hot water bottle on his leg and took part of the flesh off.
Ooh.
But the clinic down here, that was the hospital after that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was talking to
didn't
a
know
friend
that.
of mine last night from California
Yeah.
that used to live here.
Mm-hmm.
And he did not know where the hospital is now. I call it the new
he didn't.
He did not. He thought this was still the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's been that long since he's been here, apparently.
Been a long time. Been a long time. But he and I we're the same age.
Apparently you forgot to mention that to him over the years.
I guess I did. Okay. Where did Wade and Sandy Dodson's house come from that they live in now?
Did it come from the church?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I
What
remember
church?
that.
What
First
church?
Southern.
First Southern. That
remember
was
that.
the building that
I was a little
belonged to
kid,
the,
but I remember.
it belonged to the Bridgman family,
Mm-hmm.
and the church started. The church started where Cliff and his wife live now.
Yeah, the bed and breakfast.
No, they live upstairs. They moved. Aren't they moved?
Where are they at now?
In this building up here where they have the
Oh,
dancing.
okay.
They live upstairs.
Oh, really? I didn't know
They're
that.
moving. I saw them move a mattress
Cool.
in the other day. They
Okay.
may not be moved yet.
That's where, what was again?
That's where the First Southern Baptist Church
Started. I didn't know that.
It was the Masonic Hall, Masonic Lodge,
Yeah.
and the church would meet there on Sundays and Sunday nights and Wednesday nights.
I did not know that.
Then they bought this house from Mrs. Bridgman,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay, the one that Wade and Sandy have now.
and then they started that church in 1957, and then they built the church
Uh-huh.
and moved into it in the early 60s.
Okay.
And so then that house.
But that house must have sat there then for 20 years because, I mean, I was a little kid, but I don't think it was moved to the early 80s.
Let me
Or
tell
the
you,
80s.
in 1962,
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn and I lived in that house
Oh.
for 4 months.
Okay.
While our house was
Okay.
being built, we paid the church $30 a month to live in that house, and they
Well,
had
I
no
tell you.
closets. So I went to Sells Building Supply and bought 5 20-penny nails, and I drove them up in different rooms, and we had closets.
That's one way to do it. That's smart, Papa.
But Wade and Sandy bought the house then and moved it to its present location.
Yeah, and I remember that. I was very young then, but I do remember that. I do.
Right next to Stanifer Pharmacy,
Mm-hmm.
where the Church of Christ is, right down
Oh,
Main
yeah.
Street here,
Mm-hmm.
there was a house there that the Methodist pastor lived in. I mean, the Church of Christ pastor lived in.
Okay.
And that house was moved, and it's still standing out on Hoosier Mill Hill.
Didn't know that either. Did not
It's
know.
still standing.
Wow.
I
When was it
remember that
moved?
they had to move the power lines. The Sequatchie Valley Electric Co-op had to move the power lines to move
Wow.
the house through the town.
When do you think that was? Just a guesstimation here, Papa.
I remember when I was born.
When do you think it was? The
I
60s?
don't have any idea.
60s? 70s?
Probably.
Okay.
But I do remember it.
Probably so, yeah.
That's all of trivia.
Is that all true? Okay. Well, we're going
I'm glad you knew as many as you did.
to... Well, I know it. I know it.
Those were local things. Sandy and Wade's house.
Yeah, those were good ones, and
And the hospitals.
you got to
I don't know how
do
come
that again.
I don't know why in the world I think of the things I do think of.
Lord knows I don't either. But, but it definitely keeps me on my toes, that's for sure.
You never know which direction they're coming from.
Amen to that, Papa. Well, we're going to go to a commercial break, and then after the break, folks, we'll be back for some sports, and then some good old Albertology, and some jokes, of course, as well.
Yeah.
That's all coming up next here on the Albert and Billy Show. Stay tuned, folks.
I'll take care of lunch today, Dylan. Oh, doggone, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until I hear error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The out freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. Thanks to all of our sponsors. I'll go through them real quick here today so we can get to some sports and Albertology, and then I've got a question for Pawpaw, but I'll bring that up in Albertology. Thanks to our sponsors: Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, Pikeville Family Dentistry, The Loom, Nickel Row Antiques, Morgan Brothers, The Venue, and the Bank Walker Brewery. I finally got the name right. And man, that place is so nice, folks.
I wonder where they got that name.
I don't know. It's like walking on a bank. It's not like a bank, you know, with money.
No.
But I don't know. But very, very nice place, though, folks. Really good food.
Did you like your pizza?
I sure did. But I went to pick up the pizza, so I got to see the inside and the atmosphere, and it is nothing but nice in there. I recommend anybody going there. Also, Gibbs Pools, State Farm Insurance, Mill Dam Outdoor Adventures, and the Country Gospel Bluegrass. Is it Showcase Sunday? That's Daryl's gospel show on Sunday morning. So thanks to all our sponsors. What we got going on in sports? I know we got some NBA playoffs and things like that.
We do. But
and how's your Dodgers?
Well, I'm going to get to that. The first thing I want to talk about is Wimbledon.
Wimbledon, yes. Oh wow.
Did you watch Roger last night?
No, I didn't. Dang.
He got to the third round.
Did he win? Okay.
Oh yeah, he won.
His first round was a struggle. That guy got injured. The same.
Yeah.
They was so weird on the. What was that? It was either day one or day two, but it was the first round.
That was
he got
Serena.
Yes, I've never seen that before.
I never have.
Now they do have trouble each year at first with the grass. It's slippery, but they're going to have to do something about it because I've never seen two injuries back to back like that.
What bothers me, and of course they're not going to listen to Albert Roberts, but
they are complaining about it. It's a big deal.
Someone, and it could be the number one seed, if they slip and have an injury that
I know
derails their career.
Well, look at Serena. She's playing for to make history, to break the record. And
Margaret Court.
Yeah, and
she's not able.
Couldn't even play the first set. She slipped and got injured. And just 30 minutes before that, Roger Federer's opponent, who was playing the match of his life, he got injured and couldn't.
He looked pitiful. He looked pitiful.
I mean, he tried to continue, but he couldn't do anything after that. So it was crazy. It was craziness back to back.
But would you not agree that of all the tennis tournaments, that this is the biggie? This is the most prestigious?
Well, probably that. I mean, you do have 4 majors, and they're all great. You know, you win a major, you've made it for sure. But that's the oldest one, and it's so the history to it.
I think
played on grass.
I think it's steeped in history.
It is.
It goes back so long.
It does. It's really cool to watch. But now I hope they get that. I don't want to see any more players slip on the court, though. That's
but I don't know what
crazy.
you can do about it. If the
I don't
courts have
either.
got to be open.
I don't either. I mean, it's grass. It's slippery. Usually by the second week, that's not an issue because it's been played on so much. But the first few days, it's always going to be slippery, and I don't know how you can fix that problem.
Well, 8 out of the 11 top seeds are already gone.
That's
Either
crazy.
got defeated or hurt or withdrew.
Yeah.
2 of the top female stars didn't even appear.
True.
Halep and Osaka.
Yeah, now I know when Halep won it, she's a defending champion, I believe, but
Yeah.
hers is injury.
Yeah, I
Osaka
said
was,
some of it's injury.
Yeah.
Some of them they got defeated,
you know,
but some of them got
Osaka's
hurt.
yeah, and Osaka's is just a weak excuse. I think she's going to toughen up.
Okay, Rafael Nadal and
Rafael
Thiem, they're not there.
Yeah, well, injuries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the number 1 seed, Djokovic. Did I pronounce that right?
Djokovic, yeah.
He's playing today.
Yeah, I actually hope he loses. I mean, he won the French Open, so I'd rather see Federer win Wimbledon.
Coco Gauff.
Yeah,
She
she's
looked
17
good.
now, and she's what, in the 3rd round?
She got the 3rd round with a 6-4, 6-3 victory. But I enjoy watching good tennis.
Yeah, she's going to be good. You can tell she's got all.
She's already created some waves.
Yeah, because she's so young, doing so well.
To be so young.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that match. She had a huge serve.
She was 15 the last time she competed.
I know, and that's when she really burst on the scene. Actually, was that
Well,
year.
she had to qualify to get to play.
Uh-huh.
Okay, College World Series is over. Omaha, Nebraska is history.
Who won, Mississippi State or Vanderbilt? Who won?
Well, it was an all-SEC final,
Yeah.
Mississippi State and Vandy.
I missed Game 3 though.
Oh, really?
Heck yeah.
Well, it was sad for Vanderbilt.
Oh man. Okay.
They were trying
State
for
won.
their 3rd crown. Mississippi State got to win their 1st one.
Oh well, then, okay. I can live
But
with that.
they shut
then.
out Vanderbilt 9-0. Their pitcher pitched a 1-hitter.
Ooh, we don't want to see that in the championship. We
No.
want to see a good game. They stomped them in Game 2 as well. I did watch that.
Mississippi State wound up with a record of 50-18. Vanderbilt wound up with a record of 49-18. I think Tennessee's record was 50-18.
Yeah, I mean that's the best year that Tennessee's had in forever. I just wish they could have done something in the playoffs, but.
Okay, in baseball, the Braves are inching up.
Mm-hmm.
They're in 3rd place, 3.5 out of 1st.
Well, let's hear about your Dodgers, Papa.
Well, my Dodgers are 1 game behind.
They're inching up too.
San Francisco Giants are still in 1st place.
Well, they've definitely lost that edge. It was more than 1 game.
Now, last night's game I did not have. San Francisco played last night. Had they won, it would be a 1.5 game margin.
Right.
But if they lost,
close.
it's down to a half
All right,
game.
yeah.
So I don't really know.
It's close either way.
In golf, I know you don't like to fool with golf, and you don't like marbles either.
Because marbles is not a sport.
The Travelers Championship was last Sunday,
Right.
and the winner was a graduate of Baylor University over in Chattanooga,
Oh,
Baylor
cool.
School,
Well, that's awesome.
and his name is Harris English.
We probably won him a good sum of money.
For him to win $1,332,000, don't you know his wife was all loving him when he got home?
I'd say so.
To win $1 million, and he's not been far off target in the last few tournaments. He's been in I'd say in the top 10.
Okay.
So he's bringing home a paycheck of around $200,000.
Yeah,
each
he's not
tournament.
hurting for money, that's for sure.
But to win $1,332,000, but the big tournaments, you'll see purses of $11-12 million, and the winner will get over $2 million.
Mm-hmm. That must have been a pretty big one though there, because it's still pretty big paycheck.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is, with these tournaments being held the way they are and the purses being as big as they are, what they're trying to do, they're trying to encourage young golfers to take up the game.
Okay.
Because if you are good enough to go out there and shoot that little old ball in that little hole for 4 days and beat the guy next to you and the guy next to him and the guy next to him, they probably start out a tournament with 60 players or less.
Yeah.
And one winds up winning, and so it could be you know.
That's right.
So they're wanting the sport to grow, and you've got the big names are gone. You've got Jack Nicklaus is gone, and Arnold Palmer's gone, and now Tiger Woods is gone.
Yeah.
And Tiger was good for the game because he brought people out just to see Tiger play.
Yeah, they need that. They need another marquee player to step
Marquee, that's a good word, Billy. How do you spell that?
up. THAT.
Ah, there you go. In football, in Knoxville,
What's going on in K-Town?
David Middleton joined defensive lineman Greg Emerson to get into the transfer portals to get away from Tennessee.
Well, good riddance then.
It sounds to me like, just reading that you got a sinking ship. But then
But
on
not
the other
really.
hand,
He's recovered pretty well.
but right on the other hand, yesterday, we signed a player out of, I believe it was Knox Catholic. But anyway, his name is, he's a, let's see now, a defensive lineman, Jordan Phillips. And he's a 3-star from Ocoee, Florida.
Okay. I wish it was a
we
4 or
picked
5,
up,
but
we
okay.
picked up a former Alabama player. His name is Jordan.
Really?
Brandon Turnage. He was at Alabama, and he had other schools after him, but he chose Tennessee.
Cool.
He's a defensive back.
Okay. Well, he had to be a pretty sought after recruit to be at Alabama.
All right, now you're talking pro basketball.
NBA.
The
How's Atlanta doing?
Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks played last night their 5th game. And they were playing in Milwaukee. And the Bucks won, so they got a 3-2 edge now.
I can't believe they've come back the way they have. It was 2-0 Atlanta.
Okay. But Young got hurt. Young's not been able to play.
Oh, I did not know that.
You did not know that?
Well, that explains it right there.
Well, he's their offense.
Yeah,
he's their offense.
He's everything to that team. Well, dang, is he going? Is he?
I don't. The status is unknown as to when he will be able to play.
Well, I can tell you that's not good. If he don't come back, the Hawks are done, because he is their offense.
Well, tomorrow's game will be in Atlanta, the 6th game.
That's good, but I don't think they can even win that one without him. I don't.
But Lou Williams stepped in his place, and he gave them 21 points, I believe.
Well, that's good.
But they got beat 110-88. That's
man.
That's 22 points.
That's pathetic. What that is.
That
they are missing him bad.
They're not competitive. If you get beat 22 points, you're not competitive.
Well, he's their playmaker. The offense runs through him.
Yeah, it's not only does he score, but he is their playmaker.
Yeah, he finds the open players. The offense really runs through him, so it's going to be very difficult for them to do anything if he doesn't come back.
They, no, let's see, that was That was another game. The game last night was 123 to 112. That's still 11 points.
That's the second mistake you made today.
The last time the Milwaukee Bucks won was 50 years ago.
Oh, wow. Well,
1971.
okay. I mean, they're not.
And
Which whoever wins the
they could
East
win
is
it.
they could.
could
But
win.
now I'm gonna say whoever wins the West though is gonna be the favorite in the finals.
I'd
Those
say
are
you're right.
two really good
I'd say you're
teams.
right.
Yeah.
In college basketball, we got a commitment from a fellow by the name of Brian Edwards Jr. He's a
Okay.
point guard,
Okay.
and he was rated number 15 in the United States.
Oh, that's all right. He's a 5-star.
He's from Knox Catholic.
Oh, they needed to get him. I can't stand it when they especially in Knoxville.
That's
that
Knoxville.
should never happen. So I'm glad he stayed home.
All right, the last thing I have is in pro football.
Really?
The owner of the Washington team in the NFL, his name is Dan Snyder.
Okay.
He was slapped yesterday with a $10 million fine.
Dang. That's a one heck of
For-
a fine there.
Uh,
He must have done something bad.
he was found that the workplace allowed sexual harassment to go on.
Oh.
And what they found, they've been investigating for a long time. A woman has been investigating them and interrogated 150 people
Dang.
to find out the workplace was highly unprofessional. And he has had to step aside, the owner,
I'm sure.
and his wife Tanya is taking over the day-to-day operation of the organization.
Okay.
But meanwhile, 40 former employees of the team have hired lawyers, and those lawyers are suing the NFL for not stepping in and doing something about it.
Oh. That's a good point. Do they not
So
believe it's true or something?
It's a big mess. They're saying that there should have been something done with all these
Complaints.
cases of harassment, and then these informed employees saying that the workplace was not professional.
Yeah. It sounds like they turned a blind eye to it. I was about to tell you, get you some water there. Drink some of your baby water there, Papa.
Okay, that's all the sports.
About 3 sips and that bottle's gone.
I buy water in a gallon jug.
Oh,
I pour it up
okay.
in my little bottles.
I think it's time to get some bigger bottles. It might last you longer. You do a pretty good job,
I
though.
hadn't thought of that. You got a good idea there, baby.
Well,
All
it's
right.
time for some good old Albertology, Pawpaw. And I'm going to start it off with a question,
All right, give me that question.
cause I don't care. I've never heard this word, I don't think, or the meaning of it. This is from the Bledsonian. It says quorum at special called meeting. So what the heck does that mean?
Now, who was this?
It's the Board of Education. It just says no quorum at special called meeting at the
All right.
Board of Education.
Now, you want me to explain what a quorum is?
Yeah, because I don't think I know, Pawpaw.
It wouldn't matter how many people were elected to serve on the Board of Education.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter what organization it is. But if you've got an organization and you've got bylaws and you've got things that you take, for instance, the mayor, you've got a board of aldermen,
Yeah.
you have to have so many people present at a meeting before you can conduct business. A quorum, if you've got 6 people elected to serve,
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the quorum would be, But if there's too many people absent, you can't do business.
Oh.
You can't do business if one person is there alone. How in the world can that one person make decisions for all the people that are voted on and elected to serve in that capacity?
Okay.
So a quorum is the number, whatever number they affix. If it takes 4 out of 6 or 4 out of 5 or ever how many, the quorum has got to be met. If it's 3 men or 4 men or 5 women or whatever.
Oh, okay. Now,
So you can't do business.
There's at least 3 that were not able to be there. So that I guess that's what done it.
It might have been one more made the quorum. See, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what it is.
2
But
were present
quorum is
virtually.
the figure set before you can do business, conduct business by any organization. You have to have a majority of the members there to vote to do things.
Okay. I've never heard of this happening, so that's. I mean, I guess it has before. I don't know.
I'm sure it has before.
But I've just never heard of it.
But as you
2
see,
were there by phone, but I mean they counted them.
Right.
But 3 were not able.
As long as they can give their opinion,
Okay.
they can participate.
Yeah.
But
Well.
it's good that things like this are in place.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
I agree with that. Definitely.
All right.
All right. Well, I got my answer to that.
Have you ever heard of taps? Do you know when taps is played?
Taps. What? Okay. I
Do you
mean,
not
that
know
can
what
be
taps
different
is?
things.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you what the words are to taps. Let me tell you first though what taps is.
Okay.
When you go to a military funeral, a bugler plays taps.
Okay.
This is what he's playing. You don't hear it sung,
You
but
don't.
these are the words to taps for a military funeral.
Okay.
Day is done, gone the sun, from the hills, from the lake, from the skies. All is well, safely rest, God is nigh.
Really?
That's what the bugler plays for that person that served in the military, and they have a military funeral. And 2 of those military men will take the flag off that casket and neatly fold it and give it to the next of kin, and they will put 2 or 3 empty cartridges in there when they have the 21 gun salute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's presented to them in the name of the President of the United States.
Okay.
But taps is a beautiful, haunting melody,
Yeah.
and you usually don't even see the bugler when he's playing it. You know who does it most?
No.
Bobby Robertson.
Oh, I can see that.
He plays that bugle.
Well, it's a shame he doesn't sing. If he doesn't sing, that's a shame because he's got a great voice.
He can sing
sing.
too. You're right.
Yeah.
All right. I have an apology to make, and this is my second mistake today.
This will be your 3rd, actually.
Oh, I didn't know you were counting. I did not know you were counting. For years,
Oh, yeah.
for years, I have contended that Harry S. Truman was the only man in existence that had an S for a middle name, but it was not an S that stood for a word, a name. It was just Harry S. and no period.
Oh, okay.
And I have maintained that throughout my life, and now I'm 86 years old.
It's
so
not true.
I'm wrong. First mistake I ever made. Listen, and I've been to the Truman home. I've been to the Truman Museum.
That makes it even worse, Papa.
And I do not remember ever seeing a period after S.
Right.
It was, and I have contended that his parents named him Harry S. Truman. Okay.
No, this is funny.
I don't even know what they did not say what the S stood for. I still don't know. But they remodeled. His home is in Independence, Missouri.
Okay.
And we went there on our trip out west. And They just recently spent $30 million remodeling the museum. And I remember his desk had the little decal on top of the desk that said, "The buck stops here."
Yeah, yeah.
If you'll remember last week, I told you about Ginger Greer giving me that book to read, In
Yes.
Harm's Way, about the USS Indianapolis.
Oh man, Papa, I meant to tell you there's a great response to that
Really?
on Facebook and on YouTube too. Lot of comments about that. I wish I could remember this woman's name. I believe she was on Facebook talking about. I think she said she saw the movie.
Oh,
too.
people
there's a
have
movie
told me about
it.
seeing the movie.
Okay. So yeah,
I don't know who starred in the movie. Who was
Yeah,
Captain
I can't-
McVeigh? I don't have any idea.
I think
But
she even said.
I went to the library and talked to Carolyn Knight, and I
Yeah.
wanted to know if the book was available down here, and she said it is.
Okay.
But she said only a couple of people have checked it out to read it. It's a sad book to read.
Oh man, you told us about it last week.
I called Ginger Greer and I told her I felt like whipping her for giving me that book to read.
Yeah, it is very depressing, that's for sure.
But anyway, Truman was the man that had to make the decision to drop the bomb on Hiroshima.
Mm-hmm.
The USS Indianapolis had to deliver the final component to that bomb, and they took it to an island near Tokyo
Yeah.
so that the B-29 could leave that base and drop that bomb on Hiroshima to end the war.
Yeah.
Here was the option. The Joint Chiefs of Staff, along with President Truman, had met, and after Okinawa and Iwo Jima, after conquering those islands and taking them back at great expense, human life-wise,
Oh yeah.
the next opponent is Tokyo.
Uh-huh.
This is going to take thousands of more lives than the Okinawa and the Iwo Jima did.
Yeah, definitely.
So Truman, once he realizes that after the test of the atomic bomb being detonated and saw what could happen, he made the decision to go ahead and drop the bomb.
He did.
And so it was dropped on Hiroshima long about the 1st of August. And that didn't bring Japan to their knees. He had to drop the second bomb on Nagasaki. And I would say 50 or 60,000 Japanese were killed by each bomb. Plus, no telling how many thousand were damaged for the rest of their lives.
Oh, you know it.
But anyway, Truman's library is now back in business. They took them 4 months to spend the $30 million. But anyway, it would be worth, if anybody is on a trip and you are near Independence, Missouri, I would encourage you to go there to see the Harry S. Truman, S with a period. I don't know what that stands for. But all these years,
look that up.
all these years, I
I
have maintained that the S stood for nothing.
Well, maybe we're about to find out. But that is very funny.
It is funny.
Because you have spent...
Well, it's sad that for Albert, all those years.
Yeah, it's making me laugh because I can think of at least 2 times on this show where you have argued that or just said it, explained it to me.
I did that all the years that I was the monitor, monitor at the high school lunchroom.
You tell those kids
I had every child there in high school believing me.
Oh man, that's funny.
Songs of America. Some of the songs that are American, that makes you proud you are an American.
Yeah.
Number 1 is the America as sung by Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
America. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. Woody Guthrie sang "This Land Is Your Land." Do you remember that?
Yep. And okay, I have an answer for you.
Oh, the S?
The S.
Samuel.
No. The S in Harry S. Truman refers to the names of both of his grandfathers, Anderson Ship Truman and Solomon Young.
S stands for both of them. S stands for.
Well, I make it possibly. I'm hitting on something else just to make sure. Truman's name. Oh, so there's a reason why you thought this. It says his name has become a subject of controversy, especially among editors. In explanation, he said that the S did not stand for any name, but was a compromise between the names of his grandfathers.
Oh, so I made an apology for nothing?
In a roundabout way, yeah, because it's for both though. It's for both of his grandfathers, Solomon and Ship.
Ship.
Yeah, like that. Thank you, Ethan.
But Woody Guthrie sang "This Land Is Your Land," and I think that's one of the most beautiful songs I ever heard.
It's a good one. My favorite's "God Bless the USA," though.
Okay, Bruce Springsteen,
Born
in the USA.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and Ray Charles, "America the Beautiful."
Yeah.
No one could sing it like Ray Charles could.
No.
Okay.
You did not. Wow. Well, I can tell you, "God Bless the USA" is better than any of them.
Now,
those are good.
Who sang "God Bless You"?
Lee Greenwood.
One year we went to Gatlinburg,
Mm-hmm.
and our daughters and our son went together, and they pooled their money, and they gave us $50.
Oh, yeah. Lee Greenwood had a
And they told us to
restaurant
go and eat out. We went to Lee Greenwood's restaurant,
there. Yeah.
and we spent $45 of that $50 on that one meal.
I bet.
All right, it's
But that song, that's just a powerful song. It's very, very good.
but there are some more, but I want to quit and do some jokes.
Well, we should. Gotta have the jokes.
Now, one of these is long, but I want to read it.
Okay.
This man was a young minister.
Okay.
And one day a funeral director called him and said that there was a hobo coming through town and died.
Well.
And so they brought the body to the funeral home for it to be embalmed.
Okay.
He did it free, of course, because the hobo's dead and nobody,
Who's gonna pay?
no one lives there, you know. So he called this young minister and asked him if he would preach the funeral.
Okay.
And he said, "Why, yes, I will." Well, he gave him directions of how to find the cemeteries out in the country. So he gets in his car, he gets up his sermon, what he's going to say, and he drives and he gets lost. And he drives and drives and drives, and finally he sees a backhoe and an open grave.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't see the hearse, but he realizes he's an hour late and they've already gone.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls into this open grave, and he sees the men sitting over here eating dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes over there and he says, "I'm sorry I'm late, but I'm going to go ahead with the service." And they look puzzled, but they go ahead and they let him. So he goes over to the open grave and he sees the lid's already on the casket, but he realizes he's late. So he goes on and he preaches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he gets in the spirit and he keeps on preaching. He starts with Genesis and goes to Revelation. The men hear him and they quit eating and they walk over there to hear him preach. And some of the men get to saying amen and praise the Lord, and he just preaches his heart out for 45 minutes. Then he says, "Well, fellas, that's all. I'm through now." And he takes his coat and he goes to his car. As he opens the door to get in his car, he hears one of the men say to the other men, "You know, I've been putting these septic tanks in for years, and that's the most unusual thing I've ever seen." Septic tank.
Oh, I could say something now that'd be so funny, but I can't say on TV and radio.
Bless his heart.
All that for a septic tank.
You know, I remember, I promised the Lord a long time ago that I would do anything He asked me to do if I could, if I was in a position where and I've been asked to do several funerals.
Yeah, you have.
One time, Eddie Albert was in the hospital, and when Tommy Emery died, they asked me to preach his funeral, and I did.
Yeah.
When his wife, Mary Edna, died, they called me and asked me to preach her funeral, and Eddie was in the hospital, and I couldn't.
Right.
But I've always told God I would do whatever He'd asked me to do, and I never did understand why I got to doing funerals. I've even done a few weddings.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
Okay, here's some jokes. If you're going to try cross-country skiing, start with a small country. That's from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, really?
A good sport has to lose to prove it.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
You gotta. As for bowling, how good could a thing be if it has to be done in an alley?
These are stupid funny.
A painter can hang his pictures, but a writer can only hang himself.
Ooh. Dang.
All right. I haven't, this is by Liz Taylor.
Oh.
Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
She said, I haven't read any of the autobiographies about me. An autobiography is after you're dead.
Did she really
I
say
always
that?
read the last page of a book first, so that if I die before I finish it, I'll know how it wound up. Dana Carvey said this.
Oh, he's an idiot.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old, but I read at the 34-year-old age.
34-year-old level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him saying that.
Dan Rather said this, and Dan Rather
Oh,
was a newsman.
yeah.
Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil, and you'll never be a television anchor man.
Ooh. He would know.
Americans,
He would know.
Dan Rather said this, Americans will put up with anything provided it doesn't block traffic.
Ain't that the truth?
The shortest distance between 2 points is usually under repair.
Ain't that the
In all the
truth,
trips Carol and I ever took, we would come to
always road work. Always.
road work. And we'd have to take detours. It pleased Carolyn because she's
The
going to
back
get to see
roads.
countryside that she never saw before.
I agree. I'd much ride the back roads and relax
Okay.
instead of being on the freeway and rush.
If all the cars in the United States were placed end to end, it would probably be Labor Day weekend.
I don't get that one. That one went over my head, or it's just not funny.
Well, Labor Day weekend is busy time. We took Bessie and DeWitt to Gatlinburg with us one year.
Well, that was not funny at all.
We went to Gatlinburg. Bessie and DeWitt had never been.
Really?
It was so, traffic was so slow and so full.
Oh, I believe that.
We just drove through. We didn't stop.
Oh, really?
We stopped in Knoxville to eat.
I believe it. I mean, yeah,
Sid
traffic
Caesar.
up there is
Sid Caesar
bad.
said this.
Sid Caesar. Okay.
He was a funny man.
Okay.
The guy who invented the first wheel was an idiot. The guy who invented the other three was a genius. Put four together, you got a car.
Right. I still don't get. Dang it.
Is this Pikeville? A hick town is one in which there is no place to go where you shouldn't be.
That's a lot of towns. That's a lot of towns.
This will be the last one.
Well, I hope it's funnier than the last few you told.
You can always tell a Texan, but not much.
Oh, yeah. That's not funny either, is it?
Well, it's the best I can do.
Well, the first one was really good, so that makes up for the ones that were terrible. They're just not jokes. Some of them.
Well, I didn't write them. I didn't write them.
Oh, I know. But
If it were not for the Japanese and Germans, we wouldn't have any good war movies.
Okay, now that one's decent. That one's decent. The first one was great. No, the first one was really good.
That's all I've got.
It's hard to top that first one, Papa. To pour your heart and soul out.
Do you remember Yogi Berra?
Over a septic tank. Yeah.
Yogi Berra had a lot of sayings that he said them on purpose. He would say them on purpose wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, "I really didn't say everything I said."
Yeah. He meant to do that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And was kind of famous for that, right? Yeah.
He would say things just silly things.
Yeah. Well, if I had to do this over again, we'd have ended it with the first one that you told. We'll try them out of a different book next week. How about that?
If the rich could hire people to die for them, the poor could make a wonderful living.
Isn't that the truth? That one was pretty good. I'll give you that.
That's pretty good.
But the first one was by far the best. The first one was the best one you told in a while, actually. All right, folks. We'll remind you once again. Check out the Star Spangled Celebration tomorrow. All right, it's right here in downtown Pikeville on Main Street. You'll have all kinds of events going on. Vendors set up, firework display to top everything off. That's at 9. Music kicks off on Main Street stage at 7. The event starts at 4. So come on out. I know Embers will be open and they'll have food.
Farmers Market.
Farmers Market will be open, I guess, twice tomorrow. They'll do their normal, and then they'll be open at 9 as well. And they'll cruise in. So it'll be a good event. It is a good event. Star Spangled Celebration tomorrow, folks.
Star Spangled.
Check it out. And we hope you guys have a very happy 4th of July. Stay safe. And I'm about to throw this phone through the window. And
I think that'd be a good place for it.
But, in a serious note, guys, be careful this weekend. It's 4th of July, so of course be busy on the roads. But have a great 4th of July, and we will see you guys next week for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show.
If I think of it, I'll wear my shirt.
Yeah, I'll make sure he does. Don't forget, you can order t-shirts now. I told you where to go. Get to order them. So long, folks.
See you later.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.